because it's a story that I think I've heard repeated in many of the colleagues that I've talked to, and it's the word inspiration. So what Mr. Vazirani just said about a passion for making the world a better place is actually what's happening inside the company. I've worked for companies that say these things in annual reports. They say these things, you know, for good news sound bites. They're really just focusing on their shareholders and making money. This group really is interested in making a better world, and that's something that's really inspirational. So I think it's something you need to take away very clearly from the Erba group. As has been said before, the Erba group has made a huge investment in R&D. 6 R&D centres. I've never been in a company that has 6 R&D centres, and I think that's an inspirational thing in its own right. And I think it's a little bit like, you could think of Erba as a little bit like the Tata of IVD. It's something that Erba will become a global force in the world. And the success of Transasia in India to become the number one IVD company, that's a David and Goliath story. And you all know what happened to Goliath, right? I would put my money behind David, and this is the same thing as happening here. So you should really watch this space, and I'm really proud to be working for the company. So as has been said already a few times, we sell in hundreds of countries, or 100 or so countries. We sell through thousands of customers, and we help millions of patients. And that's a good thing to think about, the scale of that reach. And today, so we are here to celebrate the launch of 3 hematology devices that have taken quite a lot of time and effort for the group to put together. The specification for these was gathered from all kinds of market input. A lot of that input came from India, because as has been said today, hematology is a massive issue in India. It's because you have a growing population, because you also have a large screening program where you have lots of newborns needing screening to see if there's anything wrong with their physiology at an early stage. Hematology is a fundamental part of that, particularly in things like beta thalassemia, anemia, blood cancers, and so forth. And one of the really impressive things about all of these devices on my left here is that they use a tiny drop of blood. Anybody know how much a drop of blood is? It's about 20 to 40 microliters. Okay? That machine, the H360, uses 9 microliters. That's less than half a drop. Okay, a minute drop. How do you get blood from neonates, from little babies? You have to prick the heel, and you have to squeeze the blood out and gather it, okay? Not a nice thing to do. So the less blood you can use, the better. So the H360 uses 9 microliters, the H560 uses 15, and the automatic one uses just 20. So even the larger machine is using just 1 little drop of blood, which is a really amazing achievement, I think. So I think the device has got a lot to offer the markets. We launched the large machine over on the right there, the Elite 580. We launched that just over a year ago now. We launched it in Dubai, one of the world's largest medical fairs. And we're now selling that into many, many countries, with the customers really happy with the response they've got from the device. It's performed superbly. We've got a healthy order book, and we are so pleased now to be able to offer this machine to the Indian market. And so now joining the E580, the Elite 580, are the new devices which we're rolling out all over the world. So it's thrilling to be here in the Indian launch, but also we're launching in other countries, more or less as we speak. We're launching in Southeast Asia, we're launching in Latin America, we're launching in Eastern Europe and Central Europe as well, and Middle East and Africa. And all of my colleagues there are just electrified by the prospects and the capacity of these devices to really make a difference to the populations in those parts of the world. So it's thrilling. We are very focused as an organization on getting these devices out there. Tonight we're going to be talking to about 350 local colleagues to just, again, alert them to the fact that there's now a superb machine, or a set of machines that can allow them to move their hematological analysis up to the next level. So on that point, I'd like to say thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'm sure we'll be able to handle them either now or later. Thank you.